show you all tonight. And it's still taped up, so I'm gonna have to use some scissors to open the box. Took me a second because it was very well packaged. I got this from eBay. And it was shipped to me from a seller in California. I'm going to switch the camera around once I take it out so we can look at it kind of together at the same time and review it. That's all the tape sticking to my fingers. Well, let me tell you about this item while we look at the packaging. The seller included a thank you note with a smiley face sticker. It's very nicely packaged. It's a little bit heavy. So here's the book. It is very well loved. Very well loved. And I'm going to be showing you Betty Crocker's picture cookbook. But this is not any Betty Crocker cookbook. This is a specific Betty Crocker cookbook. And if you know anything about cookbooks, you know that the Betty Crocker cookbook, the picture cookbook from the 1950s, is not typically blue. It is typically red and white. So why would I pay and hunt for this blue one? The answer to that is simply because I wanted this one. not only because it's a different color, but because this book is sort of like a prototype for one of the most well-known, best-selling cookbooks in America. So let's open it, and I'll keep explaining what I mean. This first page, we have an apple box score. I'll be honest with you, I am really horrible at baking, but I think these are different apple varieties. What you can use them for, so if it's good for everything, if it's good in a pie, you can make a sauce out of it, put it in a salad, eat it raw, bake with it. It's seasoned and the flavors, as you can see, some apples are tart, some apples are juicy, some are spicy, some are rich, firm, tart, crisp, all different kinds. And it looks like this was taped in. Yeah, we can see a date right here. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There you go. So this was taped in from October of 1960. Well, that's when this was made, at least. Okay, let's keep flipping and see what else we find. Okay. So we can see, if you cannot read cursive, I will read it for you. It says, this copy of the limited special edition of Betty Crocker's Picture Cookbook is presented to Mrs. G.L. Pender with warm good wishes of General Mills. Betty Crocker. Then Mrs. Pender signed her own name up here in the corner. The other page, her name was Catherine Dentler Pender Euler, looks like. So, as we're going through this, we will call her Miss Catherine. I have no relation to Miss Catherine, so I don't know her story, but I do know a few things about her. My dog is dreaming. And smacking her little puppy lips. But as I was saying, I do know a few things about Mrs. Catherine just from this page alone. This limited special edition of the Picture Cookbook was only presented to workers or employees or their wives of people who worked for General Mills. And when I first found out about this book, I saw the signature down here of Betty Crocker. And I thought, well, Betty Crocker is not a real person. Why is she signing people's books? And I researched, and General Mills had a competition to see which signature for Miss Betty Crocker they liked the best. And I believe a woman by the name of Florence won the competition, and they used her signature as Betty Crocker on all of these books that they presented to either the employees themselves or the employees' wives. And judging by these initials, since neither of these are K for Catherine, I'm going to assume her husband worked at General Mills and she was gifted this limited edition cookbook that I now own. Okay, so as we can see on this first page, this is a first edition. And if we look down here at the copyright of this book is 1950. It was printed in Minneapolis, Minnesota. One of the interesting things about this cookbook is that it has colors. Well, it is in color, not that it has colors, but it's a color book, which was not super common for cookbooks. And also, this cookbook starts at the very beginning. It talks about the home of Betty Crocker, how they set up the kitchen to take these photographs, different types of kitchens. Oh, let's read this. The kitchen of tomorrow. 2 kitchens in one. Light walls with amusing Swedish figures and mottos give gay atmosphere. One is for important experimental baking, to develop new methods and new products for the future. The other for product control, to test our products daily. Tasting bar, the American dining room. So as you can see, the first couple pages are about General Mills and Betty Crocker, kind of how they make their products. Okay, let's read this page right here. You know, this video is intended to make you fall asleep, so if you think this is boring, that's kind of the point. Okay, ready? Dear friend, this book seems like a dream come true for us, and we hope it will be for thousands of you who have requested a cookbook full of our famous tested recipes. And to those who have asked for a successor to the old brown covered gold medal cookbook which their mothers and grandmothers treasured, here it is at last, a new and different cookbook for a new age. We dedicate it to homemakers everywhere, to all of you who like to minister to your dear loved ones by serving them good food. That's the age-old way to express love and concern for their welfare. And it's just as important today when we make use of the latest shortcuts, equipment, and prepared foods, as it was when women made their own bread, butter, cheese, all the foods their families ate. We have tried to include extra tips, pointers, and secrets. Our radio friends have always loved stories of the origin of recipes and the fascinating bits of food history, and we hope you will enjoy all of these features. But most important of all, we want you to feel as they do. We want you to feel as we do, that this is a collection of basic cooking information and first choice recipes, those you will need for every type of cooking. You see, when we first checked all those we have put in our many years of service and compared them with recipes from other sources, Then we retested and perfected them with new and simplified methods. When we fitted them onto pages, we chose the most popular and interesting of all and sent them out to the representative homes across the country to be tested again. Only those that passed the home testing with the top score for perfect results and eating enjoyment were included. Home testers say they love this new plan of recipes with variations. It saves having to read the same directions over and over, yet we give additional aids to perfect results. Don't miss the recipes marked with a star. They are special favorites with our staff and are served often in our own homes. And don't forget that in our service, we are continually offering new recipes and food ideas in magazines, over the radio, and in television. We hope this book will bring you more fun in cooking and deeper joy in your homemaking. Betty Crocker. Okay, so as you can see, this book is dedicated to homemakers. And in the 1950s, many women were homemakers, provided nutritious recipes for their families. My grandmother, she did that when she had children on my father's side. But before she was a homemaker, she was a MASH nurse in the military. So when we're reading these cookbooks, it's important to know that these women had lives. They were not bound to the kitchen, as some might think. My grandmother highly enjoyed her time in the service. That's where she met my grandfather. But I think she also really enjoyed taking care of her children. I myself, I am not a stay-at-home mother, but I do really enjoy cooking. My house is often messy. I am not the best homemaker, but I am a rather good cook. So I really enjoy perfecting that craft. All right, let's continue. See what else we have in here. On our first real page, it says how to get perfect results from the recipes in this book. Number 1, read recipe carefully, every word. Be sure to see if there is anything to be done before mixing, like chopping nuts or melting chocolate. Look at the pictures. Turn on the heat. If cookies are to be baked immediately after mixing, see that the oven is heated to the correct temperature. Get all your ingredients. This cookbook is interesting because it starts from the very beginning. This cookbook was intended for new wives, people who may not know how to cook at all upon getting married. And as we can see here, there is a woman, there is also a man. So even in the 1950s, they sometimes would represent men in cookbooks. Now this man is a pharmacist, but they are comparing cooking to science because there is a science to cooking, absolutely. You have to follow things correctly or who knows what will happen. Okay, so here we can see it talks about measuring, sifting flour, how to measure sugar. It really goes step by step through everything. This book is almost like a home economics manual. I mean, it talks about measuring, shortening, butter, liquids, fruit. This would be an amazing housewarming gift for couples. Many people nowadays don't know how to cook, and I think this would be a very interesting read for people, as I am rubbing the sour milk. Okay, let's look at a few recipes, shall we? Oh, cakes and breads. Oh my. There's a lot of desserts in here. Okay, let's look at a real, let's look at a 1950s style dessert, shall we? Tapioca cream. It is an elegant recipe apparently, so we need 2 egg yolks, slightly beaten, 2 cups milk, 2 tablespoons sugar, 2 tablespoons quick cooking tapioca, and a 1/4 teaspoon salt. Cook over low heat, stirring constantly until mixture boils. Remove from heat, cool. Stir in 1 teaspoon vanilla, fold in meringue made with 2 egg whites, 4 tablespoons sugar. Spoon in sherbet glasses. Serve with cream. If desired, fold in fresh or drained canned fruit, or pour over fruit in sherbet glasses. Amount 6 servings. And if you don't want tapioca cream, oh friend, do not worry. We also have orange cream tapioca, peanut brittle tapioca, chocolate marshmallow, fruit tapioca, strawberry, fig, orange marshmallow. All of your tapioca desires are right here in this cookbook. Okay, shall we find one more to look at? There are a lot of desserts in this book. For someone who does not like to bake, this is maybe not the best book. Okay. A salad a day in this charming stitch. Salads are refreshing, lovely, like coming upon a woodland spring, clear and cool. Beauty will be the reward of your understanding touch, and health benefits will abundantly bless your table through the precious vitamins and minerals of crisp, sparkling salad ingredients. Salads are the delightful way to ensure those prescribed raw vegetables and fruits every day. Betty Crocker. Okay. Appetizer salads. Tomato deviled egg salad. Interesting. Avocado crab meat salad. Fresh vegetable anchovy. Lemon ice avocado. Many different salads on this page here. Oh, dessert salads. Fruit salad, fruit with cheese, fruit arrangements, jellied fruit medley. Now, I don't know about you, but if I saw a jellied fruit medley, I'm not sure I would feel as though I was coming upon a woodland spring. But maybe that's just me. Okay, let's look at one more. Soup. Love a good soup. Let's see what our soup options are. Let us see. Oh, when I was growing up, my grandpa loved, he really made some split pea soup, and I do not like split pea soup. not delicious to me. I do not enjoy it. Ugh. Okay, let's look at clam bisque. Key recipe. Unusually delicious. You know, that phrase makes me a little bit nervous, I will have to say. Unusually delicious clam. So easy to make. Mix together and simmer for 3 minutes. The liquor of minced clams? I think they mean like the juice. I've never seen that before. Mix together and simmer for 3 minutes. The liquor drained from a 7.5 ounce can of minced clams. 1 cup water, 1 to 2 teaspoons salt, 1/8 teaspoon pepper, 1/8 teaspoon celery salt, 1 teaspoon grated onion, 2 teaspoon finely minced parsley. Add 2 cups milk. Stir in paste or roux of 2 tablespoon butter, melted, 1 tablespoon flour. Boil for 1 minute, stirring occasionally. Then place over boiling water until time to serve. Stir in minced clams. Rinse out can with a bit of water and add it for flavor. Serve garnished with minced parsley. Amount 8 servings. I don't even know what this word is. Oh, I don't think I have ever seen this in my life, but I may just be dumb. Have you seen that word before? Nutmeg. I've never seen that before. Okay. We will review one more page before I retire myself. So we have this page here about some main dishes, and they have them split up into groups. So if you want homey hospitality, you could serve a Yankee Doodle macaroni. That sounds very patriotic. Or you could serve Ring Around the Chicken. Less patriotic, I suppose. Okay. Gourmet specialties: chicken curry, mushroom polenta. Oh, polenta is so good. Clam souffle. Pass. Family dishes: macaroni and cheese, home front macaroni, spaghetti with meatballs, browned crumb noodles. That sounds good. Cheese dreams. Okay. Holidays: oysters, chicken spoon bread, ham and egg pie, red cinnamon apples with tiny sausages. Okay. Well, but Miss Crocker, what if I am serving a large group? What should I have then? I'm trying to focus. Hold on. Miss Crocker suggests meatless Italian spaghetti. I'm trying to get it to focus, but I'm laughing. Okay, sorry, it'll just have to be out here. Meatless Italian spaghetti, curried lamb, Texas hash, American chop suey, chili con carne, Creole wieners. At your next soiree, perhaps you could cook Creole wieners with special baked beans. How delightful. Okay. Well, that is all I'm going to be sharing out of this cookbook today. If you liked this, I would love to read some more for you. Have a good night, my cat. My husband just tried to come in here. This is very embarrassing. I'm reading about Creole wieners and he opens the door. How dare he? Anyway, have a wonderful night. I would love to share more recipes out of this. If you enjoyed this, please let me know. If you did not enjoy this, please do not